Hi everyone! So this is going to be my 25 bookish things tag. Let me adjust here. So, let's get started. I was not specifically tagged in this one, and it took me a while, even though these are pretty simple. I don't know, maybe I need to do more reading or reading type activities. But here is the list. And I'm joined by Katie here. Number 1, I have not finished a series yet. I read the first Hunger Games book, working on the second. I've read 3.5 Harry Potter books, 3 of the Vampire Chronicles, and so on. Yeah. Some of the stuff seems more like an opinion and a confessions list more than a bookish thing, but they're all kind of literally related. Number 2, the first set of books I truly got into and really got me into reading, like how I am now and wanting to be a writer, were the Goosebumps books, which no, I have not finished all of them, but there's like 100 and something of them anyways, and I read other things. Number 3, according to my mother, a book I loved when I was little was Goodnight Moon. Number 4, and I will show this. I'm back. Number 4 is that I have actually self-published a book. I didn't go through Vanity Press or anything like that charges. You can go on what is called CreateSpace, and it publishes to Amazon for you, basically. But I mentioned about my book, and here it is. Isn't it pretty? My friend actually bought me a copy of my own book. Sadly enough, Amazon doesn't give them to you for free. But this is just poetry. Kind of what it looks like inside. Number 5 is I have a bucket list of things I want to write. Not just things I want to do in my life before I die, but what I want to accomplish in writing beforehand. I have, complete a novel, write a thicker poetry book, write a play. I want to learn some music and everything, and go from play to musical, opera, even, that kind of thing. Number 6, I am participating in Nanowrimo this year. Number 7, I usually end up seeing the movies before I even know the book exists, which is pretty sad. These last couple years, I've just scanned the libraries now that, I can go on my own and everything. Number 8, a lot of changes in movies upset me, like the littlest changes from book to movie, especially when I don't see it necessary. Like if they change a part of an outfit, or this or that, just to match the actor or actress's physical appearance, that's just stupid to me. Number 9, I usually try to determine the outcome. Like, I'll be halfway through a book and I'm thinking, well, it would be interesting if this happened because of this. So, I kind of like to try and guess the ending or give my own version of it. Number 10, I own both a Nook and paperback, and a few hard copies, but those are because I found them at lower prices or whatever, but I usually buy paperback. So I don't participate in that ebook paperback war. I like them both. All I care about is if I can read it. Huh. Number 11. I realized I numbered these wrong. Okay, number 11. The only genre I won't read really isn't a specific genre. It would just be anything that's degrading. Racist, homophobic, sexist. Oh, and Walmart romance novels. I cannot get into those damn things. Number 12. What I mainly read in nonfiction would be spirituality. Like I have the book on The Idiot's Guide to Wicca and some other stuff. So 13 is I don't really have a reading spot. I read anywhere. Number 14 is I usually read 2 books at a time, which is probably why I take forever on them, but I just can't keep my mind focused on one. Number 15. I like books that really can either make you laugh a lot or tear up. Some that have done that for me have been The Hunger Games, the Georgia Nicholson series, a couple stories out of Zombies vs. Unicorns. 16. I prefer stories told in first person. You know, instead of this person did this, the person themselves is speaking. 17. I love great description. Like a lot of detail. Frankenstein had a lot in that, which I gotta go back to that book. And Rice often does a lot of detail. You know, I'm just that kind of person that really can get lost in the story. Number 18. Because I pay attention to detail a lot, I often can get really creeped out by books if they're disturbing or anything like that. I know it's a kid's book, but Coraline really creeped the hell out of me. 19. I would love for Sailor Moon to be like an actual live action show or like a movie, like from the manga though. 20. I think it would be interesting to have a version of the Hunger Games with book characters, not from that book, but like Hermione, Jonas from The Giver, stuff like that. I honestly thought about writing a fan fiction based on something like that. So number 21 would be that I just recently got into fan fiction. I never saw the point of it before, but I think it can be fun to play around with characters. And you know, it just gives a different perspective on things. It's not my favorite thing, but it's kind of a new thing that I've gotten into as a short hobby. Okay, where am I at? So number, is it 22? Or 21? I'll just keep going. Next one. My favorite quote from a book right now is from The Fault in Our Stars, and that is the thing about pain. It demands to be felt. Next is I love the story behind the story. Like, I love researching why an author wrote the story, where the characters came from, if it has anything to do with their actual life. Next is I prefer good characters over physical aspects. Meaning, I don't care about color, race, religion, or sexuality. I just love a well-written character that somebody can connect to as a person, regardless of what they are. I think that's really good storytelling. When you can just pull somebody, especially somebody that's different, into that kind of world. And the last one, I hope it's the last one because I fucked up on this numbering, is most of the books on my to-read list, or ones I have read, have come from BookTube, or just searching the internet. Right now I'm on a dystopian kick and other stuff, so I just type that in and search what people say is good books. So yeah, that was my 25 bookish things tag. I hope you enjoyed. And my mother is messaging me. So, bye-bye.